Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome to Danny's Detours, where we talk about anything and everything life related. Consciousness is our canvas. Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I'm out and about again with the two scavengers. Can you please drop that? Drop it. Drop. People leaving rubbish about. I have to pick that up and put that in the bin. But yeah, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's absolutely fantastic to have you back on another well, we're just starting about on the park today. We put right, come on, off that. It's absolutely, you know what, it's absolutely disgusting. Come on, it's absolutely disgusting, guys. I wish, that's one of my pet hates, that people just like chucking stuff, you know, like these bins. Anyway, rant over, but you know, it's a bit like when you go, where's Pad's there? Paddy, come on. Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, whenever you go on holiday or you go to the Lake District and you know, you see these people who turn up with these like portable barbecues and stuff like that, don't they? And they just leave all the crap everywhere, and it's just like, oh, it really does get on my wick. Where's he gone now? Oh, he's here. Hello, Padster. I thought you were still rummaging around for rubbish. But yeah, thank you so much for everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. I'm having a bit of a rant this morning, guys, sorry about that, but you know how it is. And put down in the comments anyway, how does it make you feel when you see people walking around with crap all over the floor and stuff like that? But yeah, we're out with Paddy and Willow, and I'm just having a bit of a wander around on my local park again today. So yeah, but like I say, thank you so much to everyone who's liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. You know, we're doing really well now. We've got a couple more on 151, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much to the new, and welcome to the new subscribers. But yeah, we're just having a bit of a chill one today. It's a little bit overcast, you know, but we've had a little bit of the old wet weather, but we're not too bothered, guys. So what's he found here? Padster. He's a bit gutted because he's not got his ball today. I know I've not got it, mate. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, we'll just have a little bit of a walk over onto we'll have a bit of a walk over here onto the benches. But yeah, what I was going to discuss or talk about today, guys, was you know, like choosing to become the best version of yourself, you know, because at the end of the day it is a choice. You know, we get up, like we spend so much time like doubting ourselves sometimes, don't we? Because you know, don't get me wrong, I was, you know, I succumbed to this for so many years, just constantly doubting myself, because it's like a lot of the times your mind becomes your worst enemy unless you choose to control it. This is why I always say, it's a bit like if you get an intuition or a thought in your head, come on, this way. Here they are, look at them little tinkers. Yeah, if you get like a thought in your head, well then sometimes your mind will be like, oh, well, would that be like, let's just say like, oh, I'm gonna do a video today, yeah, I decide to do it, but then well then my mind starts saying, oh, what will I talk about? And listen, I never plan these videos, guys. I literally just come out and I do think to myself, oh, what am I going to talk about today? But listen, there's always something to talk about, because you know, this is the channel where we talk about anything and everything life related. So it's kind of like, there's all, you know, there's whatever's on your mind, or whatever, you know, spirit is inside of you that wants to come out and wants you to discuss something or talk about something, you know what I mean? But yeah, but it just makes you think, doesn't it, sometimes, like you just literally, you know, your mind can become your best friend, or it can become your worst enemy. Do you know what I mean? But and not also as well, like not being bothered about what other people think. You know, I'm walking around in the middle of a field now, and I can see groups and groups of people and they're looking up. But then again, do you know what it is? I might be perceiving that in a way of like, oh, well, what, you know, what I think they're thinking, but I don't know what they're thinking, and quite frankly, I'm not really bothered. But you know, sometimes that's when your mind, this is why it's very important to control your mind, hence why we call it a mindset, because you know, literally your mind, you create the film, you are the actor, you know, you are the director, you are anything, you are literally everything within that you know, within that paradigm, aren't you? So once you learn to control, and I did a TikTok short video on this yesterday, and I put it on my Facebook as well, so if you're not already following me on my Facebook and my TikTok, make sure you go across and give us a follow. But yeah, it's it just gets you thinking, doesn't it? Like, you just literally, your mindset is everything in this life, and once you learn to control it and set them intentions when you get up in the morning and just say, you know, right, that's it, I'm doing it, or just, you know, because a lot of the times, you know, we have these thoughts or we get these feelings, but then we start, then the self-doubt creeps in, doesn't it? And once that self-doubt creeps in, it becomes our worst enemy, because we're like, oh, well, what if this, or what if that? And a lot of it, listen, it's like one of the lads who I follow, and he's on YouTube as well. He put out a video yesterday, and he said, you know, I said, listen, just get the content out there, it doesn't matter. I said, listen, you know, even if it's going to be a good video or a crap video or whatever you feel, or even if it doesn't get that many likes or that many views or whatever, he says, it doesn't matter, guys. He said, because at the end of the day, you know, like, you could do a video and you could think to yourself, oh, that's shite, that, it's not going to do anything. Well, then you put it out there and it goes viral, and a lot of the times that's usually how it happens. So you just got to look at it like that, haven't you, and think to yourself, you know, just do it. Just don't have any self-doubt and just go for it. You know what I mean? But yeah, Paddy. He's missing his ball this morning. I think we're going to go have a bit of a walk down here, actually, guys. We'll have a little bit of a wander. And also check out some of my other videos where I talk about gaining energy, recharging your batteries. We do this through being in nature, grounding, and touching these bad boys. Just touching them, guys. You don't have to walk around barefoot. Just literally, that is all it takes. Most people might think I'm crazy, but trust me, I've done a lot of research into this, a lot of esoteric stuff, and literally this is how we gain our energy. Not just through this, but obviously through grounding, walking barefoot, being in nature, but also eating high electricity foods, you know, stuff like, well, because I've just ordered a couple of books, and it talks about a lot of this knowledge, you know, talks about what we should be eating, because apparently we are not designed or built to be eating meat. Because when you look at meat, right, all it is dead rotting flesh. Literally, it's just dead rotting flesh. So when you, because they actually did, the fellow who I follow, they actually put electrodes into, like, say, a seeded watermelon, and they check the currency flow, and honestly, it just literally had high electricity, currency flow, whatever you want to call it. And then they put it into a piece of meat, burgers, steak, whatever you call it. There was nothing. So our bodies seek high electricity because we are what? High frequency. We are batteries. So in order for us to operate on a high level, then we basically need to be ingesting the right foods. So yeah, I will be doing a lot of separate videos on this, guys, because obviously once I've got, you know, because I've been doing a lot of, I've been educating myself a lot on these matters, but this is how we become greater versions of ourselves, because we was lied to about so many different things. And also as well, I was watching this, it was this video on X, and they did like an experiment, and they got like a big piece of pork chop, and they put it on a plate, and then they got a bottle of full sugar Pepsi, and they was literally saying, look at this, and they poured all the Pepsi on top of the plate, and they left it for like, I don't know, say a few minutes, and literally, do you know what started coming out of the meat? White parasites. Because when you're ingesting that meat, guys, yeah, you are ingesting parasites. And that, I think that, it goes a lot deeper than that, right? Because the way you've got to look at it, come on, Paddy. The way you've got to look at it is, I think a lot of it is down to, because obviously, you know, cattle, produce, whatever you want to call it, they're fed certain foods, aren't they? I think this is where they're getting the parasites from, because obviously they're feeding it certain foods which is promoting the parasites in the meat, you know, cattle, pork, pigs, whatever it is, which is then going into the meat, and then we're eating it and we're getting it. Because this is how you get cancer, guys, because you can literally eliminate cancer just through cleansing your body of parasites. Because what happens is your body naturally has tumors within it, and then the parasites attach onto these tumors and feed off it, and that's when it starts to grow into something a lot more sinister. So yeah, because I've been doing loads of research into this, and you know, it's absolutely been blowing my mind. So yeah, just a few things for you to think about there. Come on, you two, come on. Yeah, I think we'll what we're gonna do now, where's all nettles? I wanted to sting myself. I'm not right in head, me, am I? But then again, listen, I used to suffer from hay fever all the time. There we go. Right, we'll find a better one than that. Get some better nettles and that. Where are they all up? Nettles, there's some here. There we go. There we go. Out, yeah. Literally do that, guys. Check out some of my older videos. Excuse me. Check out some of my older videos, because here it is, my step. I'm not sat on this step for a while, actually. Alright, Padster. And yeah, check out some of my older videos where I talk about like natural remedies for hay fever and stuff like that, because you know, it's helped massively with my hay fever, because I used to get really bad like stuffy nose and stuff. I've actually had a septoplasty because all my septum was bent, and I managed to get that done. I'm reckoning, well, we'll save that for another video, I'll talk about that. But yeah, but I think we're going to leave it at that, because we've been going on a little bit longer than what we normally do. But thank you so much to everyone who has liked, commented and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done so, please make sure that you do. All the links are down below. Also, there's a link to buy me a coffee if you want to. You know, you don't have to, but if you do, I appreciate it. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok's doing very well. To everyone who is watching this, thank you so much for the kind comments on TikTok. But from me, Danny Detours, the Padster and the beautiful darling Willow, have a fantastic day. Peace.